Marriage will not solve all your problems. That not everybody will get married, not everybody wants to get married, and that is fine. To a man's heart is food, and so you've come in trying to cook. You join yourself to somebody who is undeserving of you, somebody who is not ready for that commitment, somebody who is just not there yet mentally. It could be the worst mistake of your life. So you can wear your ashrabi and go out in public. Meanwhile, you and your husband haven't spoken in years. You people can. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. And today in this video, I'm going to be telling you some things that you must know, very important things that you must know before you get married. My third point will completely liberate you and just have you enjoying yourself even better in your relationship. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the fact that marriage is a beautiful thing. And I know that in this day and age, marriage has been made out to be something of a scam or a sham, with everything that is going on. But the truth of the matter is that marriage was ordained by God. And if you find yourself in a relationship or in a marriage with the right person, the God ordained person, and a person who is invested in every way possible, who is committed, who has the mindset, who is ready for that journey, then you will truly, truly enjoy yourself. You find that you're expressing yourself better in that relationship. You'll find that you're fulfilling purpose. You must also note that not everybody will get married, not everybody wants to get married, and that is fine. But for those who desire to, it is a beautiful thing. Next point would be not to enter into marriage lightly or unadvisedly. Now, this is a phrase I heard a very long time ago, way before I got married. And over the years, I've observed marriages around me. I've gotten married, and I understand completely why that was said. And this is because getting married is a big deal. It's a lifetime commitment. That's just the honest truth. And it could be the best thing that will happen to you. It could also be the worst thing that could happen to you. Just joining yourself to another human being can, yes, enhance your life. It can make your life better. It can help you achieve more and do more and be more. But the truth is that if you join yourself to somebody who is undeserving of you, somebody who is not ready for that commitment, somebody who is just not there yet mentally, it could be the worst mistake of your life. So please don't just get married because you feel like it's time or people are telling you to do it. Don't just waltz into marriage like somebody going into a candy store, because the original intention of God, even though things are changing in our generation, is that, when you go in, you stay in. It's a commitment that you make forever. So if you know that it is such a heavy decision, then why just do it without thinking? Why just do it without putting in the proper investigation, asking the proper questions, finding out who it is that you're going to just be with? Don't just let somebody say, hey, there's one guy in the UK. He's a very nice guy. He's looking for a wife to marry. And then you look at his picture and he's a fine guy. He has a beard, he's a beard gang. And then you decide that, you know what, yes, I want to get married to him, maybe because you want to live outside Nigeria, or just some silly thing. Maybe you want to get married to somebody because he has money, or because he's rich, or he's well to do. You want to get married to somebody because he fits your mental picture of who you should be with. Or you just want to get to marry to someone because they've told you, because you've seen her picture and she's very beautiful, she has a lovely face and a shapely body, or long legs, or her skin is chocolate, like the kind of skin you like. Those are not good enough reasons. Please make your investigations, find out who it is that you're going to be with, spend some time with them, get to know them, pray. And if you feel any nudgings in your spirit, and if you feel like you should pause at any time, and I know it can be difficult depending on how far the relationship has gone, but the truth is, it's cliche. They say it's better to have a broken relationship than to have a broken marriage, but that's the honest truth. So no matter how far it is that you feel that you've gone, if you feel like you should pause, I promise you that the embarrassment and the shame that you will feel will be much, much less than when you've already gone in, spent some time, invested so much, and then you now have to come out. Okay, so please don't think about anybody else, just think about yourself and your well being. The next point I want to talk about is that marriage is much more than all the glossy parts that are advertised. Especially in this day and age of social media, the truth is that the part of marriage that is advertised are always the glossy parts, the beautiful parts, the parts where the couple is smiling, they're wearing the same clothes as should be, they're celebrating their 20th anniversary, 50th anniversary, they're doing their bridal train, all those beautiful parts. Now, those parts can be found in marriage, truly. But the truth is that there's more to marriage than just those glossy parts and not just, sparkly parts. There's the parts where you have to work. The truth is that the dirty part or the working part is the part that gives rise to the beautiful part, except you just want to have a cup that looks beautiful on the outside and very ugly on the inside, because you can wear your ashwebi and go out in public. Meanwhile, you and your husband haven't spoken in years. You people can say, I've even seen situations where couples have wished themselves happy anniversary online. Meanwhile, they haven't spoken to each other in 1 week. So it's easy to make it seem like something is working, but to actually have it work takes a lot of background work, a lot of background dedication, effort, just putting in your best, being committed to the union and not against it. It's not in a bad way. The truth is, everything that is worthy of praise and worthy of emulation or just worthy of admiration takes work. Just think about it. What is it in your life that just happened without you having to do anything? Because people get discouraged sometimes when they say, "Oh, marriage is work," but everything is work. Your education was work. Your career is work. To get anything of value is work. So to have a good union, to have a good marriage, will take work. So the truth is, the earlier you roll up your sleeves and get down to doing that work, the better for you. To have a video that talks about the things that people think marriage is all about, but it's really not about those things. It's a very fun video. I think that you'd like to watch that one, so just check it out. I'll leave it in the description box. The third thing I want to talk about is the fact that happily after will take a while. And this is something that they don't tell you in those storybooks that we all read. All the Cinderellas, all the fairy tales. It just seems like when the man and the woman come together, immediately there's just a click and they get married and they live happily ever after. They never tell you that Cinderella and her prince actually have a lot of adjusting to do, just like it is in real life. The truth is that the whole process of becoming a good husband or a good wife to your partner will take a while. And you cannot superimpose what you've seen in somebody else's life into your own situation. Why is that? Because we're all different. The things we like, our leanings, our preferences are all different. So it takes a while. That while can take and can depend on how willing both parties are to bend. You can be resistant to the change at first. You want to stick to who you are and how you are. It will take a much longer time to get to your happily ever after. You will have to adjust, you have to change, you have to learn what your partner likes, what they don't like. You might come in with preconceived notions of what the person you're with might like. You feel like, they've told you from your house that the way to a man's heart is food. And so you've come in trying to cook, and you find out that this husband that you're with doesn't really appreciate it when you're spending so much time in the kitchen. He likes it when you're spending time with him, or he prefers it when you are saying good, nice words to him. Different things like that. You now have to learn. You now have to readjust. If you're going to stick to what they've told you before, that the way to a man's heart, then that means you're not really meeting the needs of your partner. Or if they've told you that women, all they want is alert. If you send alerts to them, they will start smiling. And meanwhile, you don't know that your wife is a helpless romantic. She likes flowers. That's what she likes. Or she just wants you to help her in the house. Whenever you help her in the house, she's turned on. You don't know that. You just feel that it's alert. So you keep on sending alerts, but you find out that she's not really invested in the relationship. And why is that? Because you're not learning her. So you're doing a lot, but it's not really leading to your happily ever after. So that whole process of learning and relearning, changing, adjusting, being more amenable to his or her needs, that's the process that will get you to your happily ever after. So please don't feel discouraged if you're in the early times of your marriage, or even if you've gone far and you just notice that nothing just seems to be clicking. This is one area that I think you need to look back on and check and see, okay, am I meeting my person's needs? Are we actually heading towards a happily ever after? Are we just, chasing shadows? If you've watched this video this far and you've enjoyed it, please do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and let me have a comment there to tell me what you think about what I've said so far. Last point I'd like to talk about is the fact that marriage will not solve all your problems. And this might come as a shock to some people because you are setting a timeline for your happiness. You are saying, as soon as I get married, oh, I'll be free. Or as soon as I get married, I'll feel more confident. The truth is that marriage is a good thing, like I said, and it will bring you some level of happiness, but it will not change your life so drastically as to make you stop being a depressed person or low self-esteem. If you have deep issues, marriage is not going to solve them. In fact, it might amplify them. Don't put too much of a burden on your marriage, and don't put too much of expectation on a human being. The truth is, nobody can solve all your problems. And what else is marriage apart from just joining yourself to another person, a human being just like you? The best they can do is advise you, encourage you, be there for you, but the change, the work that is required for the change will come from you, will come from you cooperating with the Holy Spirit. So please, if you're coming with a baggage of things, you will offload it on your marriage and you might bury your marriage under the load. So please deal with your issues before you go in. At least be in the process of dealing with whatever issues that you have before you go in. Come to the end of this video. I've tried to highlight points that I feel are essential for you to note before you get married, so that you don't make the wrong decisions, you don't go in for the wrong reasons, and then you enjoy your marriage when you get in. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you need some clarification on what I've said, let me know in the comment section. Let me also know in the comment section what is it that I've left out, because this topic is not exhaustible. But please, let's help our brothers and sisters who are about to get into the institution of marriage to have a better marriage. I'll see you guys in my next one.